Welcome to another edition of the DJ Roscoe Sports Show for this Thursday, May 8th, 2025, called the Palatial Black Trolley, and we're here again in the home of the reigning Division III National Champion College Baseball, Misericordia University Cougars, and we're here. My son has a speech class again after preschool, and we got a lot of good stuff to talk about, included my New York Knicks, the Knickerbockers. They have won back-to-back games down by 20 points late third quarter to the defending champion, arch rival Boston Celtics. And you know what the Knicks have done? They said, we don't care about your sticking 20-point massive lead. They've come all the way back. Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, Josh Hart, the whole team is coming together. Mikal Bridges, and the Knicks are getting it done. They've won back-to-back games down by 20 points. Come back, beat the Boston Celtics last night 91-90 for deja vu to again after they were getting blown out for a lot of that game to Boston, just like they did in game one. It's like those hard moves. It's alive. And they came back. They got it done. And now the Knicks, with a commanded 2-0 series lead, will try and put a stranglehold on this series, go up 3-0. They have the next two games at Madison Square Garden, the mecca of basketball in New York City. And that will be Saturday night, Knicks-Celtics. I'm sure the Garden will be rocking. Celtics are going to have to show desperation mode. And having an early big leads, it's going to creep their head. Not again if the Knicks make another run. And the Knicks are bound to make another run. So it's going to be tough for them to get that psyche and that stigma out of their head, because at any moment they're like, oh, the Michael Myers, the killer clown doll from a horror movie is going to get up. Freddy Krueger's going to get up and try to get them again. So big game 3. If the Knicks take a 3-0 series lead, no team has ever come back in basketball history from a 3-0 series deficit. We know by Yankees, they got 3-0 comeback by the Boston Red Sox in 2004. But it's never happened in basketball. So, Knicks, hopefully they get it done Saturday and take a nice, commanded 3-0 series lead. But I'm still a little scared about the Celtics. They were my pick to go all the way. Oh, by the way, don't forget Mother's Day. My son has a Mother's Day gift. Don't forget Mother's Day this Sunday. You'll be in the perpetual doghouse if you forget Mother's Day. So, I want to mention that. But Mother's Day this Sunday. If you're the moms of your life like baseball, the Rail Riders are going to have actually a Mother's Day home game at 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock. They can play catch with the kids. They're going to base running with moms and kids after the game on the field. So could be a possibility. We also have a parade, a Little League parade. Hopefully weather pending. It's been raining so much. Stop raining this Saturday. And then Sunday, I think we're brunch with my wife's side of the family early in the day, and then my side of the family. We'll all get together at Miracua in Wilkes-Barre. We have a reservation. Should be very busy because I'm not going to make that mistake again. I've got places without a reservation. It's like over a 2-hour wait, and you will be pulling your hair out, especially with little kids trying to entertain them, even with the iPads, electronics. So make sure you got those Mother's Day reservations in. I did mine over a week ago because I didn't want to fall into that trap, which I've done before, where we're waited, and everyone's getting frustrated. So hopefully everyone has a good Mother's Day week. But I digress. The Knicks commanded lead, trying to take a 3-0 lead on Saturday at the Garden. So, again, my pick was Celtics and Golden State to go to the NBA Finals. Golden State's looking good. They're trying to take a commanded 2-0 series lead against the Minnesota Timberwolves after Golden State was able to win in Game 7, do-or-die Game 7 after blowing a 3-1 series lead. They won the Game 7 on the road in Houston against the Rockets. And now Minnesota has to punch back, just like OKC, Oklahoma City punched back last night, took a commanded big lead over Denver Nuggets. As the Denver Nuggets had that walk-off game winner by Aaron Gordon to steal Game 1 in OKC. OKC was able to tie up the series, 1-1. The Minnesota Timberwolves have to knock off the Lakers in 5 games, upset by Anthony Edwards and company. They're going to have Rudy Gobert. They're going to have to get it done tonight, or else they're going to be in trouble. Golden State will be without their superstar, future Hall of Fame guard Stephen Curry, get out for at least a week with a straight hamstring. So it's going to be the Jimmy Butler show. Draymond Green, Steve Kerr, we'll see what tricks he has up his sleeve. But that will be tough without Stephen Curry. But Golden State still looks like a terrific team. But Boston, you never know. But the Knicks, we'll see if they can get done at home in New York. Because I know last year they were up 2-0 over the Pacers in the second round, and they blew that. Pacers are up 2-0 over the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are shorthanded. They've been a lot of injuries. Cavaliers look like they at least were going to win Game 2 on home in Cleveland, but they lost on a buzzer beater 3-pointer by I think Halliburton, the star of the Indiana Pacers. got the walk-off three-pointer. So the Pacers are up 2-0. Cleveland, who had the best record in basketball, they're going to have to come back with a vengeance to get back in that series. I don't know if health will help them out there with all their injuries. So very interested to see what's going to happen there. But a lot of good interested basketball series, and it's gonna be a fun one to see how everything goes down. Hockey, some of the first rounds are over. The Toronto Maple Leafs, who haven't done a lot of winning in the playoffs in recent years, they have a commanding 2-0 series lead over the defending champion Florida Panthers. See if they can hold that. My Western Conference pick was the Vegas Golden Knights, and the Washington Capitals knocking off the Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas Golden Knights, they're playing the Edmonton Oilers. In the second round of the playoffs, the Capitals are playing the Carolina Hurricanes, who stole game one of that game, I think, in overtime. So hockey's going to be excited to see who's going to get out of the second round, get to the conference finals and the Stanley Cup finals. Mike Sullivan, the former Penguin coach, who I used to interview when he was on the Baby Penguins for a brief while before he became the Pittsburgh Penguins coach, who won back-to-back Stanley Cups. He was out in Pittsburgh about a week ago. Immediately got hired. He used to be the Rangers assistant coach. He will be the New York Rangers' 38th head coach in their history. He just got introduced today. So congrats to Mike Sullivan. Hopefully he brings lots of winning to the New York Rangers at the Garden. So that'll be exciting to see him in New York. So yeah, hockey playoffs, basketball playoffs. I'm very excited, especially as a Knicks fan. Go New York, go! Try to see if they can break their long championship drought of 52 years since 1973. They made the NBA Finals in '94 with the whole OJ Ford Bronco chase, where it was picture-in-picture. That was wild when I was only 8 years old in '94. But they lost that in 7 games to Akeem Olajuwon and the Houston Rockets. That was one of the years they should have won, but Michael Jordan wasn't playing. He was retired briefly, and with Jordan out, that was their chance. And Ewing he stifled a lot of teams, but Ewing wasn't able to get it done against them. And then in '99 they lost to the San Antonio Spurs. Also, congrats to Greg Popovich, who's now stepping down as their head coach. He's had strokes, he'll have health problems. Hopefully he's feeling better. He will be now the president of basketball operations. El Jefe, he's called himself, for the San Antonio Spurs after a Hall of Fame great career, most wins in the NBA regular season history, and 5 NBA titles. The great Greg Popovich stepped down as head coach officially last week. But my Knicks, can they get it done? Finally break that curse of 52 years winning a championship. First time in my lifetime. I was born in 1986. Never seen them win a title. I've only seen them in the NBA Finals and maybe make deep runs, but Jordy kept stifling them in the 90s. But maybe this is the year. Fingers crossed. We'll see if the Knicks can pull off a miracle, knock off the Celtics, maybe play the Pacers in the conference finals. Maybe we get revenge from last year, losing the second round to them. Maybe win that. They gotta stay healthy. Tom Thibodeau, the great Knicks coach, sometimes he runs his players to the ground. They get hurt, and then maybe the NBA Finals. I know I'm jumping the gun there, but I'm hoping maybe the Knicks can get it done. So that's basketball and hockey stuff. Football, still waiting on Aaron Rodgers. Still don't know. Everyone thinks he's going to the Steelers, but we don't know. We did get some news, and I think he will go to the Steelers, but he's taking a sweet time. Now they're wondering if he got married secretly, because they think he had like a wedding ring at the Kentucky Derby last week. Hopefully he enjoyed the Kentucky Derby. No chance of a triple crown, because the Kentucky Derby winner, they're going to rest for the Preakness stake in 2 weeks in Baltimore, and then they'll have him rest up for the Belmont Stakes in New York. But yeah, so they think, he might have secretly got married. He's dealing with personal issues. They said, who knows? Hopefully he's all right. But Aaron Rodgers, you think he's going to Steelers, but we don't know yet. Steelers did make a move yesterday. Would have liked to see him stay. He had 1 more year left on his contract, but disgruntled wide receiver George Pickens, who dropped a lot of passes, kind of like Deontay Johnson, and before him, Antonio Brown, and made some stupid penalties, and did some stupid shenanigans. He got traded. Their big wide receiver deep threat, George Pickens, gets traded to the Dallas Cowboys for a 3rd-round pick of next year's NFL draft and a 5th-round pick in the 2027 draft. So next year the NFL draft's in Pittsburgh, and then the 2027 NFL draft will be in Washington, D.C. By the National Monument. By the Washington Monument. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works out for the Cowboys. I'm sure he's going to want to get paid and get a massive contract extension. Will he be disgruntled to hold out? If he doesn't get paid, show him the money, Jerry Maguire style. But the Steelers had enough of him, so now they need someone to step up to be the number 2 wide receiver. I would have liked to see DK Metcalf, who the star receiver they got for the Seahawks, to go along with Pickens. But now they're going to have to see who can step up, be the number 2 receiver, and who's going to be throwing the passes. Will it be Mason Rudolph? Will it be Will Howard, the quarterback eventually, who might be the quarterback of the future from Ohio State, the national champions, or Aaron Rodgers? I think it will be Aaron Rodgers for at least this year, but we'll see. But George Pickens gets traded for the Steelers to the Cowboys. That happened yesterday. And again, we still wait on Aaron Rodgers watch. So there's football, basketball, hockey playoffs, baseball, Phillies are going for the 3-game sweep against the Tampa Bay Rays at George Steinbrenner Stadium, George Steinbrenner Field, where the Yankees spring training home, Tampa Bay Rays home field this year. Phillies were able to win yesterday, 7-0. They've gotten hot. They've won 8 of their last 10. I think they're the 5th best record in the National League. Trey Turner got some big hits. Bryce Harper started to heat up. Taijuan Walker got his first career save, pitched in the last 3 innings in a 7-0 blowout. They will try to go for the sweep. Zach Wheeler's getting it done. Aaron Nolan's picking it up. And Kyle Schwarber right now is tied with Aaron Judge, leading the league in home runs with 12 home runs. Phillies versus Tampa Bay Rays tonight at 7 o'clock. Hopefully the Phillies get the sweep. And then the Phillies will go on the road and take on the Cleveland Guardians this weekend, starting Friday night. The Mets were able to win 2 out of 3 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. They were revenge after losing 2 out of 3 of the Diamondbacks in New York last week. Juan Soto, it's alive. He started to come to life, his bat. He had 2 homers yesterday. Now he's 6 and 7 home runs on the year. Starting to pick up. Pete Alonso still crushing it. The Mets pitching staff's pitching great with Kodai Senga pitching awesome. Clay Holmes doing well. The Mets, after winning 2 of 3 against the Diamondbacks, were the best records in baseball, along with the reigning champion LA Dodgers, who just won the series over the Miami Marlins. And Ohtani's crushing the ball with his dad's strength now that he's a new dad. Has 10 overs. Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts and company. The Mets will now go on home. They will take on the Chicago Cubbies, who are hitting the heck out of the ball. They're going to be a dangerous team to stop. But the Cubs versus the Mets tomorrow night in New York City, in Queens at Citi Field. And then the Pirates will host the Atlanta Braves, who are starting to surge after getting off to a horrible start. They're starting to pick it up, getting close to 500. Braves at Pirates tomorrow, start their weekend series. And my Yankees, Pirates who have been playing like garbage. Like, they're not even winning games with Paul Skeens pitching well, and they got swept by the Cardinals, who are heated up. So the Pirates are really doing bad. Mets are doing well. Phillies are doing much better. And then the Yankees, after losing the last 2 of the series against the Rays, blowing the 3-0 lead late with Devin Williams and Luke Weaver on Monday night. Yankees Stadium against a really good Padres team, who might be one of the best teams in baseball, with Fernando Tatis and Bogarts and Jackson Merrill, who almost won Rookie of the Year if it wasn't for Paul Skeens. The Padres are a heck of a baseball team, but the Yankees were able to come back on Tuesday night with 12-3, scored 10 runs in the 7th inning when they were down 3-2. They came alive, springboard by big hits by Jason Dominguez and Ben Rice, a nice home run by Aaron Judge, his 12th year to lead baseball, along with Kyle Schwarber, and a grand slam, his first grand slam of Austin Wells' career, the Yankees star young catcher. And then the Yankees last night, looked like for a bit they were going to get no hit. It was bad. They were about to waste a great performance by Max Fried, who's been their ace superstar pitcher. He might actually be the Cy Young Award winner if he keeps this up over Tariq Skubal of the Tigers. I might have to amend my pick and actually go with Max Fried as my guy. If he stays healthy, fingers crossed, he's going to be the Cy Young Award winner of the American League. Pitched great, but Dylan Cease was pitching great for the Padres. He had a no-hitter to the 7th inning, but then Cody Bellinger started heating up, crushed a home run into the second deck, tied it up 1-1. The shutout was over, and so was the no-hitter. Then Dylan Cease had to come to the game with injury. The Padres then against the Yankees bullpen, Ian Hamilton didn't get it done, and Luke Weaver started to show that he's a little bit human, even though he's been pitching great. And the bullpen had to give up a run until Monday. For over a month of the season. He gave up a big hit by Jackson Merrill, who had a big RBI single, got hit by a pitch late in the game. Hopefully he's okay after getting hit in the elbow. Had a big home run off Max Fried, and then they got a sac fly. They were up 3-1. But then, when you think it was over, the Yankees thrilling victory because they get their secret weapon, Trent Grisham, who was really the main piece of the Juan Soto deal, and Michael King, who they played against the other night, former Yankees, the Padres. Love to see him back on the Yankees at some point, even if it's next year when he's a free agent. But Trent Grisham steps up, pinch hits after a leadoff walk to Cabrera, and crushes a 2-run homer. He now has more home runs this year than he had all last year. He had 9 homers last year, all 2024. He has 10 homers just a month into the season, just over a month into the year. Crushed a 2-run homer. It was glorious. The crowd went crazy. They tied up 3-3. Then you still wonder, can they find a way to win this game? After that thrilling home run, Luke Weaver keeps it tied in the 9th and the 10th. His control is still very off. Devin Williams still not pitching well for the most part. Bases were loaded, but he struck out the side and was able to get that foul strike out, pumped his fist. He went crazy, the crowd went crazy, and then they just need to get it done with a small ball with that ghost runner at second base after stifling the Padres with their ghost runner to the top of the 10th, bottom of the 10th. Jason Dominguez on second, bunt by Cabrera, move over to third, and then the rookie backup catcher, J.C. Escara, with 2 strikes, goes the other way, opposite field, nice piece of hit, sac fly, wins the game. Dominguez scores, Yankees win 4-3 in the 10th inning. The Yankees win, as the great John Sterling says as a broadcaster for all those years. Still miss him with the calls. Dave Sims doing a good job on the radio. Yankees get done, win 4-3, and the Yankees out. But a nice day off today. They will be on the road taking on the Athletics, the artist previously, like Prince, the artist previously known as Oakland Athletics. They're now the A's in Sacramento. Late night game Friday night at 10:05. Then they'll play 2 afternoon games at around 4 o'clock, 3 hours, of course, earlier in California. But they'll play tomorrow night, late night baseball, Friday night for Yankees and A's. But the A's are playing pretty solid. They have a good young team, good power hitters, a dangerous team, so they can't overlook them. But the Yankees, 2 nice wins, win the series, comeback fashion, the probable victory against a Padres team that has a chance to win a World Series. That's even going to give the Dodgers some scares this year, along with the Giants and Diamondbacks in the NL West. But great wins for the Yankees. Thrilling comeback. Hopefully they can keep up momentum against the Athletics. And then hopefully the Mets can continue well and playing against a good Cubs team in New York. Phillies hopefully springboard, sweep the Rays, and then go into a solid Cleveland Guardians team, who probably the best team in the AL Central this weekend. So the Pirates, maybe they'll find a way to win with Paul Skeens' pitch, but they're a lousy team, unfortunately. And probably Skeens is going to go elsewhere in the near future, but in a few years. But enjoy while you can with the Pirates. So that's Baseball Talk. Rail Riders, as I said, are home this weekend. Check them out. They play a doubleheader on Saturday because they've had a lot of rainouts. They're supposed to play tonight as long as the weather cooperates, and even Sunday on Mother's Day. So check out Rail Rider Baseball. Go Yankees, go Phillies, Mets, Pirates. If they try, they'll try their best. Basketball, go New York, go Knicks. Knock off those Boston Celtics and win their first title in 52 years. NHL Stanley Cup playoffs, NBA playoffs, baseball, football. Aaron Rodgers will come to Pittsburgh. Who knows? Cowboys get George Pickens. And we'll know the NFL schedule this Wednesday. So we'll be able to break down schedules next week. NFL schedule gets released this Wednesday, May 14th. So we'll know when the games are being played, what times, what networks, where, when and where, and all that stuff we'll get to know next week when the NFL schedule gets released. More UFL football. And check out the new Thunderbolts movie. Marvel, I don't know why, but I guess it's a market employee. They spoiled their own movie with their big spoilers at the end. I won't spoil if you haven't seen it yet. They gave it away with their marketing material just 3 days after the movie came out. But Thunderbolts, my son and I enjoyed that movie. We loved it. Same for the end credit scenes. There's a couple of them to set up a couple of the new, the new Marvel projects. I don't want to spoil it, but check out Thunderbolts. It was a great time. We enjoyed it. The season finales, a lot of TV shows are on the air. Check those out. A lot of great shows and movies, and just keep it locked. The DJ Roscoe Sports Show, and like I said, Thunderbolts, a good Marvel movie, not a bad one. Keep it locked. DJ Roscoe Sports Show, your home for sports and entertainment talk right here. DJ Roscoe Sports Show. Happy Mother's Day. Take care of the great mothers and women in your life. We'd be nothing without them. And you make loving you easy. To my beautiful wife, Abby. You make loving you all. Our Zach Brown wedding song. Every little spot, every single touch reminds me just how much it makes loving you easy. Keep it locked. DJ Roscoe Sports Show. Have a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day. And take care, everyone. Bye-bye.